only. So we have seen that the ABAP technology in the ABAP code programming, what we can do in the last, we have seen the select statement, how to start with the select, and we have seen some records. If the size of RC basically we are using is 0, so it confirms that what the data record we are looking for we will get, and if size of RC is 4, so it is a negative result. 0 means the positive result and 4 means the negative results. So let's continue from here only. So after select statement, we can see the SAP tables versus internal tables. What exactly the SAP tables? We have seen in the data dictionary itself about the SAP tables, which is nothing but some tables, and we will see now the internal tables. What exactly the internal tables and how it is work over here. So continue. So there is some built-in function, ABAP, arithmetic and string operation function. We can see that ABS, which is amount, absolute value, which is x non, and then we have a sign of x is equal to 1 if x is greater than 0, and this is something mathematical terms which is arithmetic. Then we have SEL, smallest integer value. Then we have floor, which is then we have a trunk, frank, and string length. String length basically it is used, strlen basically it is used to calculate the length of any character, just like in anything, just like in India, INDIA, there is a 5 character INDIA. So if we want to know the number of character in the India, so we will use this string length variable, you can say that, to get to know number of character in any variable. Then we have a modularization keywords. Press defined keywords statement block, just like form and inform. Form and inform basically it is called routine in SAP ABAP, which is called routine. Basically what happened in the form and inform, basically it is a start for perform, and inside the perform there is a form and inform. In the form and inform we write a piece of code. What happened in SAP, SAP provide you a functionality. With the help of that, there is no need to write each and every code in a entire single page. You can use the form and inform to segregate the important thing inside a form and inform. Just like for selection of data from any table, you can write those things inside a form and inform. And then we have function and function. Function and function, what it will do? It defines the function module. It's defined the if you want to use, you can use function and function, and inside that you can use the function module. Then module in module, after processing the selection screen, which is basically this, come module in module, and we are using module in module most of the time in dialog programming, which we will see in the future. These are the I can say that some events which we are using in the SAP ABAP, starting with the initial, when you're writing any code, when you're writing a program. So these are some events we are using basically in the SAP ABAP, starting with the initialization. What actually the initialization? Before selection screen is displayed, when you're writing any code, so initialization has been started over here. So from initialization is the code, your code has been started. So before selection screen we are writing initialization. Then we have at selection screen. At selection screen, what it will do? After input selection screen plus selection screen, when you put anything in your input screen. See, actually when you're running any program, if you suppose you want to get the employee status of any company, so for that you have to run some program. So you got some program, suppose the employee, it's an your program for run the active employees. So what you will do, so when you going running this program, so my Windows program wants some input. With the help of that, it will show you the output. So program suppose wants any company name, suppose a company for how many employees. So suppose you have to give employee name over there. So either these employees are active or not in the any company. So you are going to give some employee name in the selection screen for that particular for check either the employee is active or not. So for that we are writing the employee name, first name and last name. Just like I've written Rahul and Shankar. This is a single name of a particular employee. So I need to check either Rahul Shankar is active or not for that particular company. So for that we are writing Rahul Shankar in the initial screen. So at that time this event is triggered. So at selection screen, after input selection screen, whatever the input we are doing, then this is triggering over there. Then start of selection. Start of selection, basically it is process after process selection screen. So when you put over here Rahul Shankar, then after that start of selection will start. Start of selection, what it will do, whatever you have, just like you have written the Rahul Shankar will search inside a program through your code. So at the time this event is triggered, start of selection. In the start of selection we are writing, inside the start of selection we are writing our own, I mean to say, each and every queries with the help of that we are pulling the data. So there is a get table, get statement, get table. So when it is basically logical database. When logical database offer a line of database table, then we have end of selection. After start of selection we have to put end of selection, through which we are completing our sentence through end of selection. Through end of selection we are completing our sentence. Then we have a top of page. In the top of page process, when new page is started, basically it's a new page when it is started, then we are using the top of page event. Then we have end of page. End of page, what it will do, process when page is ended. When page is ended, this is the process end of page. Then we have a at line selection. At line selection, what it will do, when user select line in the list, when user select line in the list, then this will trigger at line selection. When user select line in the list, then at user command, when user press function key or enter command, then it will triggered. When user press any key, then this will triggered. Then we have learned this. See, suppose this is a declarative keyword. How to declare your data, it is showing over here. So we have a types, create user defined elementary data types and structured data types. Types, just like this is the type. This your surname is 20 character. Type C stands for character. So this is the way we are declaring some variable. So this is the way we are declaring the internal table. Basically structure an internal table or memory block. Internal table is nothing but a memory block in your system. So what it will do, it's a runtime. It is basically used only in runtime. So begin of address occurs 0, it's obsolete now. It is not using in newer version of SAP. So it is older one. So that's why occur 0 is basically used that time. Occur 0, it is block the memory. So address, this is address number type 10. It will take 10 character. Type C is the character it will take. Then we have a street, it will take 30 character. Then we have a country like T001 land 1. So there is no need to declare any data type. So that's why we have declared directly the table type over here. So at T001 land 1, it is directly connected with the country. Then tables create a data object called a table work area, refer to the ABAP. So there is something also a work area which we after declaring the data we need internal table, then we need to declare a work area. In the work area basically the data will store at the runtime. So table creates a data object called a table work area, refer to the ABAP dictionary. Example tables like KNA1, this is a table, customer table, these two are the customer tables. Constant declare as its fixed value variable. So how will declare the constant? So we are declaring a constant colon name 10 value, ExxonMobil. So it will showing the character 10 and its value is ExxonMobil. So we can check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So it is 10 character ExxonMobil. So that's why we have taken 10 over here. Then same way we are declaring the structure also. This is the initially we have declared over here. You can see the internal table. Then the same way we are declaring the structure also. This is the structure. The same thing. The keywords. There is a declarative keywords. Define data types or declare the data object. So this is the declarative keyword which is define the data types. Basically define the data types and declare the data objects. Then we have a modularization keyword. Define processing block. It defines processing block in ABAP program. just like event keyword, event, whatever the event we are using, either start of selection, end of selection, at selection, screen initialization. So basically that event keyword, the process, the respective processing block are processed as soon as particular event occurs. So whatever the event will occur, that block has been started. Just like if I am going to start of selection, so when you're going to put Rahul Shankar in your input screen, then start of selection will trigger out and it will fetch the data of Rahul Shankar and it will show you in the output. This is the event keyword. Then we have a defined keyword. What it will do? Define processing blocks that are processed as soon as they are called by explicit statement in an ABAP programming or in a screen flow logic. So there is a statement called define and indefine. What it will do? It will do the same. We have to write a patch of code over there. Inside that it will fetch the data and it will show you in the output. Then we have some control keyword. Control the flow of program according to the certain condition. So whatever the condition we are like, just like if and if. So if, just like I have given an example, I need a data, I need a person name who are active. So we will write if Purner is stand for employee number in the SAP. It's a table, field name of any table. So if Purner is equal to active, then this data has to be shown. So on the in the control statement we will like condition if and if, just like what we are using in a simple C. Then we have a calling statement. Call processing blocks define the modularization keyword in the same ABAP program or branch completely in other ABAP program. We are calling, if we in the inside of one program we need to call some another program, so we can use calling keyword. Then expression and operation keyword, which is for process the data. Then we have a statement. What is a statement? In the ABAP programming language consists of the following elements type, which is statement, keywords and comments. In an ABAP program consists of individual ABAP statement. Each statement begins with a keyword and ends with a period. There might be a comment in the same line as a statement. For example, just like it is C, you can see this is the program name Z test. Example, they have given this is the program name Z test and they have written write hello world. So you can see that in the test case program Z test will generate the list of consist of line hello world. So when you're going to execute this program hello world, it will show you in the output only hello world. Simple, because they have not written anything over here. Single statement they have written write hello world. So in the output, when you're going to execute this program, in the output you will find only hello world, nothing else. Simple. Then we have event in a ABAP program, just like in a dialog module and executable process. So we have a different event. In the dialog module we have different event in the dialog module, as well as we have different event in the executable program. Basically in the executable program we have a event related with the screen mode, selection screen list, and in the dialog module we have some different PBO, PAI and POH. We will see that also. So event in a dialog module. So you can see that they have shown you the event in the dialog module. Whatever the event we have seen, we can see over here. See, transaction code has been requested from RB3. So they have requested something. This is the user. Suppose in place of this user, we are the user. So we have sent some request. This is 3 screens, 100, 200 and 300. So in the PBO module, process before output, it will before processing it will show you process after input and process before output. There is a 2 events have been used. So whatever the command we are going to give to the system, it will show you the output according to this events. Nothing else over here.